We are the Crawfords. We have 6 kids and are hiking the Appalachian Trail, a 2,200-mile hike from Georgia to Maine. We don't know if we can finish it, but we are doing it together.
Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a different vlog because we want to fill you guys in on just kind of what's been going on for the last month from our perspective and go over some numbers. But first, to kind of tell the story of how we got here. So yesterday we did not film. That would have been our 31st day. It was the last day of the month. And it was a pretty uneventful day. We hiked 12-point-something miles. Beautiful weather. And we hiked to Sam's Gap, which is kind of like interstate parking lot road crossing.
Right outside of Asheville,
North Carolina. And this family had reached out to us over Facebook like a month or two ago. Well, before we started the trail, so at least maybe 2 months ago. And said, hey guys, we live near Asheville, North Carolina. If you want a break from the AT for a day, we have a farm and we could pick you up off the trail and put you up in the bunks, feed you a good meal for a break. We'd be more than happy to give you a day of respite and would love to meet you guys. Plus laundry and showers if you want. And it was like an hour, more than an hour away from the trail, so we were like wondering, can we afford this? But then we're like, well, you know, if they're the types of people that would pick us up and offer this, relationships are so fun and cool, I think this will probably be worthwhile.
And we've been on the trail for 300 miles and haven't been in someone's home. So this actually meant a lot to us.
So we get off, it's a husband and wife, and they pick us up in 2 separate cars because we wouldn't fit in one of their cars. I was wondering how they're gonna pull that off.
They have 3 kids, but they just had their 3rd kid 2 weeks ago. So they had the baby with them.
And we drive an hour to their house and we're like passing like Chick-fil-A billboards, and I was like, oh, I want to stop at all these places.
At each billboard, I was like, oh.
And we get to the house and there's this table
of groceries.
More than groceries.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Like picked out just for us, things that they knew that we would like.
Good coffee, a French press they bought.
And a lot of it. Like
beer, Mike's Hard Lemonade for Cammie.
Tons of juice for the kids.
Fancy cigars.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Like ridiculous. And then they took us on a tour of their farm, and I wish I could just like show you some of this, but there's like a shipping container back there they've converted. There's like sheep over there.
Yeah.
There's a stream running through the yard right there. It's like,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. And we are spending a 0 day today on Easter, just hanging out and smoking and drinking coffee and eating homemade food. It's been so great. So anyways, don't feel bad for us right now. We are living the high life.
Yeah.
So, okay, 1 month, you guys, we did it. We've done it for a month.
So some of our big goals that we've achieved this last month. The first was just getting out on the trail. That took a lot of effort to get our house ready for renters to come in, to get all of our gear in order. It was a big deal to just even get out there.
And a little update, like since we've been out on the trail, I think we've got something like maybe 10 to 12 bookings for our house. This exposure is... We've got probably 10 or 12 bookings on the house, which is huge. Like that's thousands of dollars that is helping fund basically our hotel stuff and our supplies.
Hotel habits.
Yeah. Another big thing that we're really proud of or happy about being on the trail is I think we figured out like our kids' motivation. Some of them didn't really want to be on the trail. We're kind of dragging their feet in the beginning, and we get it. Like, I think some of them are more bought into it at this point. We set this goal of saying, hey, if you guys do the best you can, we're gonna do the best we can to try and make it out to Washington, which is where they want to be visiting family and friends this summer. in August. And that really changed the whole tone of the trip. We also got through a very, very cold March. In fact, one of our commenters said that they've been watching YouTube videos for 5 years and that this is like the harshest March they've ever seen. And then of course some other commenter was like, well, yeah, but back in 1997 and 2005, that's
I'm sure there's been a colder March, but let me tell you, it was pretty cold.
We got through the Smokies.
Yeah.
So the Smokies is considered by some to be the most dangerous or difficult, least southern part of the trail, and we did that without injury or incident. It was challenging.
And at this point, we have done 300 miles of the trail. On one hand is like just a small chunk of 2,000 plus miles, but on the other hand, that's like a significant amount of time that we've been on the trail.
Here's some of the numbers for, what is that, March. Total, we did 318.2 miles. That is an average of 10.3 miles a day.
And that's taking into account our first week or two of getting on the trail, being in the Smokies, horrible weather.
we had 5 0 days in that first month, which, I don't know, from one perspective is a lot. I hope to do less in the future. But for where we're coming from and what we felt like our family needed, it felt totally appropriate. So still to be able to get 10.3 miles a day average with 5 0 days feels like a huge accomplishment. And like the other number I'm looking at is the first 13 days of our trip, we averaged 7.5 miles a day. That was for the first half of the month. The second half of the month was 12.25. So almost double was the second half of the month compared to the first half of the month. So I'm like actually really interested in seeing the improvement, because to reach our goal of making it to Katahdin by August 7th, I think, we have to do like 14.5 or 14.6 miles a day. That's including all the zeros.
Yeah, it's every day.
So I'm still not sure if we're gonna be able to do that. But at least we can see our numbers going up and improving. We stayed in 11 like either hotels or hostels. Yeah, nights, 11 nights.
Oh, 11 nights.
11 nights.
Probably like 7 different places.
So some of that was with my parents, some of that was during sickness, some of it was during rain, some of it was just like every 3 or 4 days we felt like we needed something to shoot for, so we did that. And I think we really enjoyed it. A few other numbers, we published 10 YouTube videos this month. So those are videos that you guys have already had access to or seen. But what you haven't seen or known is that at least at this point in time, we filmed and edited 28 of them. So we have 18 like just sitting there ready to be published, because I want it to be ahead, because I don't want to be like hunting for Wi-Fi and feeling the stress of that.
Taking a 0 just for Wi-Fi.
Yeah. But we don't get credit for those 18 yet, because you guys haven't seen them, but they're done. So I just feel like me and Seven and Dove have gotten this workflow, even the whole group, to really make this happen. And it's been cool, and it's taken a lot of work to do all the filming and editing and publishing. One final number, I don't know if you guys saw this in the vlog the other day, but in our first month, I am down 21 pounds. Which is like, by the way, not even a goal of mine. Like, I thought I would lose weight, but I've been eating a lot at breaks. I'm upping it now. Like, I've been doing like appetizer, 2 entrees, and 2 beers. And I'm like, I don't know how to get more calories, but like, the week before we came on this trip at the Korean spa, I was 191, and now I'm 170.
I think I've lost 10 pounds. Your body is just like constantly changing, and it's kind of crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna go see if we can film the kids and see if we can get their perspective on how the last month has changed, but they're all kind of busy and all over the place, so.
We'll see how many we can get out here.
Yeah, but overall for us, the first month has just been a huge success. We've figured out how to deal with some online haters, which is mostly just like, ignore them. But we appreciate all the kind comments and support for those of you guys who have been supportive and encouraging.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to another month. Let's go inside though. Before I do though, I'll see if I can just show you guys a view of this property. That's like an herb garden that's shaped as a compass. That points to true north. That's where the sheep are. Those are shipping containers. That's where we were originally gonna stay, but those are stacks of solar panels. They're still waiting to be installed, and that's a music stage right there. You got a windmill that's powering oxygen going into the fishing pond. So my kids were fishing this morning. There's all these like herb gardens and farm space behind there of like an American flag thing. And good coffee. All right, let's go inside. First, let me show you what was going on for lunch. We got hummus, celery, vegetables, some sort of cake. That's leftover syrup from breakfast. Grapes, cookies, summer sausage, more of this. All right, what are you guys making in here?
Strawberry shortcake. Well, that's dessert. I guess maybe I'll start with the appetizer. We're making these like sandwich bites for appetizer with caprese salad. For the entree, we're having roasted broccoli with fettuccine alfredo, and my dad's making some steak.
That's right.
Caesar salad, and for dessert we're having strawberry shortcake, Oreo balls, and I think key lime pie.
Oh, I forgot to tell them. You know how I told them they bought coffee? They got like 3 different kinds of half and half in there for us. So can you tell me, how has your viewpoint of the trail changed in 1 month? Or what was your 1 month experience like?
It's weird because like the first 2 days, or I went in like thinking it's gonna be hard, but I think we're gonna be able to finish it. The first 2 days I was like, oh my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into? Like, I don't know, it was just like, yeah, not really like walking and doing like the stuff, just like we're gonna be doing this for 6 months. We're gonna not have whatever, be able to basically not be able to rest for 6 months in my mind. But since doing it for a month, I feel a lot more invested in it. We've gotten kind of a rhythm with like, we hike for a couple days, stop and rest and reset for a day and keep going. And yeah, I don't know, just took some getting used to. I think the hardest part is over though, so that's encouraging.
Cool. Eden, how about you? You were probably, I don't know if people know this, but you were probably the most not excited about the trail, is that right?
What? Yeah,
Hey, I can't see it. You're like Violet from The Incredibles. All right, now I can see it.
Well, before we started the trail, I didn't really know if we were going to be able to finish it. Now I think like I can more see like what it'll be like on the other side, like if we do finish it.
I think it's been pretty cool. Like it's really cool because like everything started off pretty bad, but now like we're just getting stronger, and now that 1 month have passed, it feels like a lot easier. I don't know, yeah. I mean, at first we were doing like 7 miles, and now we're doing like 15.
Hiking for a month, my attitudes have changed a lot from our first day to now. I feel like it's a lot more of a challenge, and I have a better taste of what it's going to be like, and I think that we can finish it. But the first time, like the first day, I was like dreading it, and I thought that we were gonna quit or something.
It's been really hard. Some days have been easy, some days have been hard. It like keeps going off and on, and I'm not excited about the things that are not like that are not easy and stuff. And then when I hear that we're going to someone's house or a hotel, then I get really excited.
Yeah, us too. Anything else you want to say? All right. This is our host, Nicole. Here, let me get where the sun is not. There we go.
Better?
Yeah, so this is Nicole, and she found us on YouTube, I guess?
Yeah, I found you by your birth video.
And so what was that whole thing like?
So we have a 3-week-old. We just had a baby, and kind of the last couple pregnancies I've had, I watch a lot of birth videos to kind of like prep for labor, because I've done like natural labors like Cammie, and I had a water birth with my last baby too. So just came across the birth video, and then from there started watching other vlogs and was like, oh cool, these guys are awesome. I think we could be really good friends. So when you know stuff started coming up about you guys doing the trail, and we don't live too far away, and so I kind of reached out and was like, we'd love to meet you guys, and if you want to get off the trail for a bit and come hang out, we'd love to have you. So
yeah,
it worked out.
Yeah. What's it like having 8 hikers come into your house that you've only seen on YouTube? Is that weird?
It's not weird for me in the sense that, like, I feel like in our life, like, we kind of like have people coming into our lives like this in ways that people we don't necessarily know super well, and it's generally like always ended up being a really big blessing. So I think like if all your kids were a lot younger, this would maybe be a little more stressful. Yeah. Because then that's just like kind of like chaos. But I think because they're all older and like everybody's so sweet and helpful, and it's been really fun.
That's cool. We're really thankful for being able.
Keep saying, "You didn't tell me they were so cool, Mom." I watched a couple of vlogs with them just so they'd have like some frame of reference, you know. Yeah. But
well, they're sweeping here. And Cammie's making new friends over here.
This dog is so funny. Is it a he or a she?
Oh, she.
She like hates it if you touch her, but if it's on her terms and she'll jump, she sits on your lap, she's cool with it.
It's kind of how you are sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you guys in our next video. We might have a few more before we go back to trail videos.
Yep.